Hello students, I'm very happy to meet you once again. My name is Wishema Epimac, the biology teacher. Today we are going to study to learn the unit energy from respiration. And in this topic we are going to start by the need for energy by living organisms. Why the living organisms need energy? Before going on with this topic, let us first of all to define the term energy. Energy, in general, it is the capacity of work. Capacity of work. Capacity of work. So that the living organisms, either animals or plants, need the energy in order to work, to perform different life processes, such as, for example, grow, to grow, respiration, transport of substances across cell membrane, and the other also to be familiar or to respond to the environment. And so forth. We have many life processes which are performed by the cell by using energy. And now we can ask ourselves the source of that energy. The source of that energy the living organism use. Source of energy. Because we have two types of living organisms. Have living organisms which are called autotrophic organisms and heterotrophic organisms. And the source of energy is different. For autotrophic organisms, the main source of energy is the sun, because they are able to convert sun energy or solar energy into chemical energy they need to perform their life processes. For autotrophic organisms, the source of energy is the sun. Because they are able to convert solar energy or light into chemical energy in the process called photosynthesis. It means the source of energy for the plant or for autotrophic organisms is different from the source of energy for heterotrophic organisms. For autotrophic organisms, they are able to capture light energy, and that light energy different processes different processes of photosynthesis, that light energy can be converted into the chemical energy, the chemical form the plant can use in order to perform all these life processes. But for the heterotrophic organisms, these which are not able to manufacture their own food, they look for energy from the food they eat from the autotrophic. For heterotrophic organisms, they get energy, obtain energy from the food they consume. From autotrophic organisms. In other words, either autotrophic or heterotrophic organisms, both two types of living organisms need energy for performing life processes, and their sources are different. These which are called autotrophic organisms, they are able, they on their own, they can perform, they can manufacture their own food by converting light energy from the sun into chemical energy, the chemical form the plant can use to carry out these life processes. And so that for the heterotrophic organism, because they are not able to manufacture their own food, the food on their own, they must consume energy from the autotrophic organisms, which is already synthesized. Now, what are the types of energy? Types of energy we have. We have energy, which is kinetic energy, for example. Energy, kinetic energy. We have potential energy. Energy. We have heat or thermal energy. We have chemical energy, and so forth. The list is very long. And so that there's a chemical energy the plant can use, or animal can use, or living organisms can use, is not all there's energy. The chemical form of energy all living organisms, or the cells of living organisms can use, is in the form of ATP. The chemical form of energy living organisms can use is the chemical form which is in the form of ATP. ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. The chemical form living organism can use, or the cells can use to perform, to carry out all life processes, is in the form of ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate. This is the chemical form of energy living organisms can use to carry out their life processes. And what is now the importance of this ATP? Importance of ATP in a living cells. The first one, it is active transport. transport of substances across the cell membrane. The second is cell signaling. Cell signaling. Another it is muscle contraction. Muscle contraction. Another it is synthesis. Of deoxyribonucleic acid and ribonucleic acid, because they are the monomers. It is one among the monomers of this one. They are the monomers of this DNA or RNA. Now let us see the structure of this ATP. This kind of energy the living organism can use has the following structure. This kind of chemical energy the living organism can use is like this. We have a structure of ATP is the chemical form of energy the cells can use. It is like this. This is the chemical form of ATP. This is the chemical form of ATP, and this ATP has different parts. And this part here a nitrogenous base, which is called adenine, and this part is ribose, which is a sugar, which is a pentose sugar, and these are 3 phosphate group. And this structure from here, this is adenosine, and this is 3 phosphate. Three phosphate group. Three phosphate groups, and this is adenosine 3 phosphate. This